My name's Kieran Smith Equestrian and I'm at Salobre horse riding to experience life with the Gran Canarian horses, and you guys are coming with me. Let's go. We are no longer at El Salobre, we are where?
At El Alamo Club Hipico.
And would you like to explain why we're here?
We are here because you're going to have a jumping lesson.
Okay.
And you're going to have the nightmare experience with my mom, Molly.
I am Molly. I usually torture the riders and students. So I'm going to make him jump quite high with one other big horses who's been winning quite a lot on the islands. It's not very well known that there's loads of competitions on the island. There are loads of horses and show jumping. So he's going to ride one who's been one of the champions.
And the horse is prepared.
Yeah, already.
I can see it coming.
And I suddenly feel sick. So, one rule I've already been told is no drink breaks. So horses here, there's 40 horses here roughly.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and what do you do here?
We do dressage, show jumping, we compete in everything, and also vaulting, which I don't know, Michelle told you.
Yeah.
We are champions from national vaulting around for 20 years.
Wow.
That's the time we do that. Horse acrobatics, so
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
I get to try that with you.
Definitely not.
No,
I'm
why
not
not?
I'm not that athletic. You'll hear my hips, my knees and everything click in my body. And I'm assuming behind us is the horse that I'm riding.
She's called Alegria, which translated means happiness.
Happiness. Wow, okay. And how old?
She's around 14.
14.
And the full name is Alegria del Coso. She's been champion of Canary Islands, of 7 islands. It's like when we do competitions, they're not just between the islands, but they're official competitions.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So what sort of temperament is she?
Well, she's actually, when you get up on her, she first rears up, starts bolting.
Yep.
Then suddenly she can run really fast,
Yeah.
and then just hold down. Joking, I'm only kidding.
I was excited, really.
She's very nice nature.
Yeah.
She's very calm.
She looks very sweet.
Yeah, she can do very good dressage base. She's very good in dressage.
Yeah.
Very important for jumping, not just show jumping is just jumping. She's good in dressage.
Yeah.
So easy to ride. But when she jumps, she pushes quite hard with the backhinds.
Okay.
So hold yourself tight here.
Just hold on.
Hold
tight.
on, yeah.
Yeah.
Press
My
your knees.
my horse is the same. He's who did I let jump him not long ago? And when you go through the air, especially when you start going over the bigger fences, you really feel the power from behind.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it all exciting.
Yeah.
All exciting.
Then we also have another horse who's really, really good in jumping. He did internationals. It's that one over there.
The chestnut.
The chestnut one, yeah.
There.
But as you know, chestnuts, 4 legs white.
Oh.
Let him be. No, he's very good. He never stops. He's fantastic also. And he's been internationals jumping.
Well, I must say the whole place is beautiful. It's a really nice layout. I love the trees through the middle as well.
We planted them just for you.
Just for me. You
Yeah.
they put the trees in just for me before I arrived. They grew very quick.
Yeah, very quick.
Did
Yeah.
you do it by hand?
Yeah, we dragged them, stack 4, like you see, like 4, 5 in line.
I think someone's having me on here.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, should we get started?
Yeah.
So let's start it. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Ooh, here we go. The jumping session's over and I'm not going to say anything whatsoever. I'm going to pass this one over to you. How did it go?
He did very well, actually, yeah. Well, except one jump, I hope he loads it up. Like he braked from far away. He did like a quarter horse, like a braking there on the jump. But after it was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Really
I
good.
almost had to bring a cake.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, if you fall, you bring a cake here. But he didn't fall. He managed to hold on tight. Very good. Yeah.
How do you think I did, Michelle?
Very good, very nice. And I like your position and that you are really soft with your hands, which is something we really like.
Absolutely
We check that on
Yeah.
people always.
No, we whip you on your hands.
Yeah.
Right, so take that one away. Okay, so I am dying, I'm sweating. It was a really good lesson, so thank you.
I gave you water.
She did give me water, but about like in the last 10 minutes of the session, and that was only because I had to start drinking my sweat for hydration.
It was licking it.
I was starting to think that grave was coming nearer and nearer. But it was actually a really good session. It's really, really hot out here, which is a big difference to England. But though I look like a hot mess, I'm actually not that uncomfortable other than the fact that I hate sweating. I also had this on, which is extra padding, but I'm quite lucky that this is quite light. Now the mare that I rode is actually over there. Is that her there, getting showered down? No? Where is she? No, she's there. How did I miss you? Who's that then?
Lucifer.
Oh, where was that one being ridden?
He was ridden over there.
I missed that one. There she is being walked off, and she is an absolute beauty. Such an honest mare, genuine mare, from what I gathered from what I rode her anyway. And she took me towards every single fence, and yeah, she took me to them, but there was also slight tweaks now and then that I had to make, and sometimes she saved me a little bit on occasions, didn't she?
She did, yeah. She did, but you managed very well.
And I think the big difference for me is I don't ride many different horses, so getting onto her was a completely change, but that saddle is absolutely beautiful, and the way she goes is absolutely beautiful, and I think you really you push me, which I like.
Yeah, I always push everybody. I'm not happy until they don't faint.
Until they don't faint. I was close to fainting, believe me. But before we leave, we've actually got some questions. So before we came here, we were encouraging people to ask questions. Now, the really unfortunate part is I've missed some of the questions because I can't find them, and my phone won't load them. So anybody who's asked questions that I can't answer for you right now, I will get the answer and I will comment to you personally. And we've got some here. So I think we've already answered this one in other videos, but how many horses do you have in total here?
Around 40.
Around 40. And personal?
Personal, we have each one our own horse.
Each of your own horse. Cool. So we have a question about the height, colour, breed and gender of the horse that I will be riding. Now, I've ridden 2 horses so far today. One was a guru. We'll have to ask that back at the centre. And the mare over there, what's her name again? I'm not going to try say that, guys.
Happiness.
Well, tell us a little bit about her again then. So her age, her height, so she's about what?
She's about 13. She's going to be this year 13.
Okay.
And she's like actually a show jumping horse. She competes often, very often. And yeah, she's like we would call her like a French riding saddle horse.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, basically that's what she does, jumping. But she also is very good in dressage,
Yeah,
which is important for the base.
Yeah, the foundations.
Foundation, she does gymnastics and dressage. And we do use her also for lessons in dressage,
Okay.
which is really good at it as well.
What sort of level was she jumping up to? So she goes out competing, what sort of?
She could jump onto 130, 140.
130, 140, and she's
Yeah.
travelled around the Canaries, or?
Yeah, she's been like on Tenerife, and Tenerife is a bigger island, so that's where she competes as well. Not on the smaller ones, there's not so many competitions, but in Tenerife and here, when they have the sort of national ones, she's been competing in it as well.
And have you competed in England before? Been over to English competitions?
No.
No. I was
Not
going
in
to say, I
England.
wonder if they differ much in comparison.
No.
Obviously, we have a lot of friends of mine go to the Sunshine Tour, so they
We
do
do
that.
go to Sunshine Tour, but that's mainland, so
Maybe one day we'll cross paths whilst we're out there. That'll be cool. Temperament-wise, well, she's really sweet, isn't she?
yeah, she's really, and also just by in the stable, she's really loving, and she's for being a mare, because usually mares, you know how they are, how they can be. So she's really like, she's a nice horse.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dog and it's a baby.
I wondered what had happened then. It's, we all looked that direction as the horse went towards the fence. We got a repeat of a question there. What horse are you riding? We've had that. Cooling horses down. I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head that I know that I've seen that I can't get to load. Cooling horses down then. So when it gets really, really hot, we had a conversation on the way here in the car, didn't we, about when it was like almost 40 degrees, 50 degrees last month, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What sort of measures do you put in place for that? Because obviously it's quite difficult for us. Climatise to it a little bit the horses, but how do they cope? What do you do?
What we do usually, if it's too hot, we cancel lessons completely, and also the excursions they cancel, because when it's too hot, it's not nice for the horses and either for the riders.
Yeah.
But normally it's worse for the horses. So what we do is we shower them. We shower them, leave them pitch wet, and start from the first horse and finish and start again from the from the beginning again. First horse, last horse, and all over. because it gets like 50 degrees down here,
Yeah.
literally. But it's not every day that happens in summer.
Yeah.
It's-
What
But-
really sort of shines through is that you really do take into consideration the welfare of the horses, which
Yeah.
is a big thing. I think a lot of people, the questions that come through was about welfare, because I think some countries you go to where they do excursions, I was speaking to Michelle earlier, they think, well, anywhere actually, including England, they think about money all the time.
Yeah.
They forget about the welfare. Sometimes you'll see your horses like really malnourished and they're still going out and they've got no sort of method to what they're doing. But for you guys, welfare is quite important, is it?
It's the most important. Like in August, we cancel all the lessons,
Yeah.
literally, just in case if you book a lesson and it turns out to be hot, then it's just like it's hesitating for us to say we cancel. Can't have to cancel lesson because it's too hot. So we just August is completely closed. August is completely closed always.
Yeah.
Because what for? Just leave the horses, let them wet, and then we let them loose so they roll and get like sand, and they keep cool and they cool down like that. And that's literally what we do in August.
Yeah, okay. And another question I had was, which again we sort of briefly touched on, was obviously you don't have grass over here unless you were to water it constantly. You bring feed in from the mainland, that's got to be quite costly.
Yeah, to us it costs like 3 or 4 times more
Mhm.
than mainland, as we have to pay boat ship, boat to come over. And if everything's gone higher, prices, everything, food and forage, and we haven't got any fields here, so that's not in Gran Canaria, so
Yeah.
we have to buy it, and this is very expensive.
So I assume they get turned out into this paddock behind. Is that what's this?
That's so she rolls and
Yeah.
just runs free, and we also use this one,
here, the big one.
the big one, so they roll and run free.
So that's their turnout paddock
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Fair to know.
So what would you say per horse the price of feed would be to like monthly?
Yuki's more aware of that.
That will become more or less in food around 170, 100 around euros.
Really? That's not too bad. Oh, well, to you guys it might be, because obviously we don't live by your prices, but in
Yeah.
England, for a hay bale at the moment, a haylage bale, you're looking about £50 for a round bale.
Oh no, here, but how many kilos?
I don't know kilos, you
Okay,
just
our
buy.
one is something like this, and it's 20 euros.
Really? Wow. Oh, okay, well ours are like big round
Yeah.
bales
No,
for...
it doesn't exist
That's
here.
very
That
nice.
size.
And if they will sell that to us, that would be around 400 euros.
Wow, okay. Well, we have...
And we're saying the price of the food that I gave you is base, because they always get extra, they get vitamins, and
And obviously each
they
horse
get a
is
lot
an
extras.
individual.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's
use
the
the
base, the cheapest I could say.
Yeah,
Yeah, we use to make power, but then we have different types of horses who need like if they are like on competition supplements and special feeding the pellets. We have like we use the ones like for the older horses we have special pellets, and then for the ones who are competing another one increases the price of the food.
Older horses have
Yeah.
a different one, and also they have
And
the garlic
the
powder.
electrolytes.
But they get garlic in the night.
Yeah, yeah.
In the food for the flies, because there's lots of flies to eat all year through, so we have flies. So garlic helps them a bit in the food,
Yeah, no way.
and also a bit of oil.
I suppose like trying to get the nutrients in them is
Yeah.
the most important part, 'cause obviously they're not getting it from the actual fresh grass and things like that. Well, that's that's amazing. I think that's about it from what I can remember off the top of my head. If I've forgotten any questions that you guys have asked, I will, like I say, get the answer and respond to you through the comment sections. I think that I've covered most of them. I just think there's a few, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. But I know that we've got to get off now, haven't we, to go... we're going riding again. So we're going back to
El Salobre.
Salobre. I'm getting there with it. And this...
And you leaving?
Pardon?
You leaving?
Liv-
You leaving now?
leaving... I was about to say that. When we're leaving...
El Alamo.
And this is where you can have riding lessons, and El Salobre is where you can go out on excursions, go out riding like you guys will see on video. So quite exciting. Thank you very,
Thank
very
you.
much. I really, really
Good job.
enjoyed it, and we will 100% be back. 100%. I don't know if that's a
Looking
good or
forward to
bad
that.
thing. So
Right.
Thank you.
I think I'll bring like an electric fan next time, maybe some cold water. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go. We're almost at the end of the day, and we're about to go out for one final ride. And you're about to go home, aren't you, Michelle?
Yeah.
Lazy, she's not coming out onto the ride. So we've gone riding already 2 hours this morning, and I'm going to clip the videos on to this video now that you're watching, so you can have a little look through that. I'd speak a little bit, but I really just wanted to enjoy the ride this morning, get experience, see what it was about. I just filmed as we went. Our horses are coming out any minute. I'm riding Guru, and we've got Pepsi and who else? Who else have we got?
¿Cuál es ese? Guru?
Guru.
Un momento.
They're speaking Spanish again.
Sorry.
They're speaking Spanish again. But anyway, we're going to film getting on, getting ready, and yeah, we'll share the ride with you. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was amazing having you here.
It's been a great day.
Yeah,
and
really.
It's definitely happening
much
again.
fun.
And
Yeah.
next time we come,
Yeah.
there's going to be even more exciting things happening. And that
Exactly.
includes Michelle actually doing some horse stuff
Yeah,
as
I
well.
have to do something.
Okay. She's come dressed like this so she doesn't have to ride, I
Exactly.
think.
That's the
Just to
trick.
torture me instead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Right,
much.
we'll see you soon. Let's
you
go.
soon.
Let's
Okay,
go
the
get on the
horses
horses. Cool. So we're out for the sunset ride, the third ride of today. So I think in total I've done now, after this ride, I would have done 5 hours of riding in 28-degree heat, though it is starting to cool down now.